Hey everybody, it's your girl Diamond and I'm back with an all-new episode of the Housewives of Potomac. This episode was a lot. Let's get into it. So, excuse me. We open up with Robin in the bed. The alarm goes off for one of her kids to go to virtual school. She gets him up, drags him out the bed, gives him in front of the TV and said, "Have fun at school." Then she gets back into bed, lays for another 30 minutes while waiting for the other alarm for her other son to wake up for school. Juan barges in, yelling, "Robin, get up. Girl, what is you doing? Why is you in the bed?" She said, "It's because I'm tired. It's a pandemic. I don't know what you want from me." "So what you gonna do about Carter? Is he logged in?" "Well, I got about 2 minutes from my alarm goes, so I'll wake up and figure it out." It's like, get out the bed. You gotta do something. And for me, I'm like, Juan, you are so up and at it. You are so ready, energetic. Why don't you do something? If you know if you know the boys' time to get up and go to virtual school, you do it. Let Robin sleep. Like she said, I deal with basketball, the boys, the homework, dinner. I deal with it all day. I would like a break. I would like a sleep. And of course, I feel, like I said before, Robin is battling with depression. A lot of people have battled with depression. Before COVID and after COVID, before this even happened, people have dealt with depression. It's not Robin being lazy. She does a lot anyway. But Juan, if you're going to be her fiance and not her husband, pick up the slack and be a father for the boys. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. How he's tired of it. Juan, please. So now we back to Karen as Ray is struggling to pick up his vase of flowers. I'm like, somebody help Ray. Help him. She's trying to adjust her lighting for a Zoom meeting because she is now, talking about LaDame. LaDame is now in the works for 5 years. She got the perfume line, and of course she has the partnership with RGB Show. Am I saying it right? RPG Show Wigs. And of course she has some new glueless installment called Queen Kim and Queen. So I'm happy for that. Happy for Karen. Get your empire, your beauty empire rising. Get it up there. So then we're now seeing Giselle and Ashley. They're having a breakfast, and Giselle is wondering how she's going to go about for this second pregnancy. You going to hibernate or are you going to be out? She said, "No, I'm going to go differently how I did with Dean. I'm not going to be a helicopter mom. I'm not going to be a germaphobe mom, especially with the nanny. It's going to help me get back to my daily routine and get me out." I know that all too well. Y'all ever see that Love's commercial where the mom had everything she needs for her one baby to go to the park? Everything. All the outfits, all the toys, everything. That second baby, she got she brought 2 pairs of Pampers, a handful of Cheerios, and a stroller, and the baby was right there. "You ready to go?" That's me. I literally am in a blanket state of I do not want to overpack like I did with my son. My daughter is now 8 months old, and I don't want to overpack without everything because I feel like I already have what I need. A change of clothes for both of them, enough underwear, and that's it. I don't need to pack every single thing that I can think of. Not really. So she's like, I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be out. But now Giselle is concerned about Michael possibly cheating on Ashley now that this new baby is coming. Now a part of me is like, I can see that Giselle wants to protect Ashley and her feelings because, she's about to have another kid by this man. And you cheated before. Is he going to cheat again with the nanny? With someone else? Who knows? Are you going to be okay? Ashley wants to give him the benefit of the doubt because of how he's changed after being around Dean. The influence that he has. I'm going to be here for it. Now, I want Giselle to be like, okay, cool. But I do find it odd that Giselle is so in tune with finding out if someone else is cheating on someone, knowing the fact that her situation, she was cheated on, but don't want nobody else to remind her of that, thinking that somebody's coming for her family. Okay, Giselle. Then, of course, talking about Karen's party. It was fun. Mia met Mia and her husband. They're really cool. So then we're talking about, it was random. We get to what made Mia get her clitoris redone. Apparently her and her husband get in too much. He pounds that thing down. But she also said she had 3 C-sections. So it led to the confusion, but that's what she meant. Then of course Ashley tells her about the judge of character. how are you just a character or just a pretty face? Now, of course, people are going to say Ashley's being messy and being the bone carrier, which she does best. But in this case, you know, Mia has exhibited a little on the line of being a flip-flopper. And she did say, is Giselle a good judge of character or is she just pretty face? Those words did come out of her mouth, so she's not spinning nothing. And then Giselle said, that's funny because I received a text message from her saying happy Valentine's Day and how you doing and blah, blah, blah. So she wants to address it and we're going to address it. So then she wants to throw Ashley a pamper party because when Giselle was pregnant with the twins, nobody gave a crap about her. It was the twins. So she wants to be sure that Ashley is still being celebrated. You are still important. You are still a woman that deserves to get pampered. You're not just a vessel for a baby. So now we're back to Robin at her mom's warehouse. She's packing her hats. Now she has her shirts. Robin wants her business to grow, but she doesn't want to take on too much that can lead her into debt. Okay, Robin, you said that yourself. Because have you paid off the debt that you had before after you being your own accountant? Okay. So, Robin. Oh, no, I wrote something wrong. Oh, no, I know what I did right. Okay, so Wendy comes in to help out, and we meet Escale, Robin's friend. Both beautiful. Escale is so beautiful. She kind of looks like, I hope I'm saying her name right. Ebony Obsidian from Sisters. They look alike to me. And she is so beautiful. So Wendy wants to help out. And Wendy also talks about how she wants to do the whole candle line. But before we get into that, we're talking about... No, we are getting into that. Yes, so we are getting into that. And Wendy is telling Robin about her candle line, her home, you know, her home decor line. Robin is confused as to how can someone who's a professor and a commentator wants to sell candles. Now I'm looking like, well, it's not far-fetched that a person who has a very high standard job likes little things, likes little hobbies. Folks like to collect figurines, collect frames, collect glasses, collect, you know, little artifacts and everything. So the fact that Wendy wants to dabble into home decor, it's not far-fetched. And I feel like since Robin, all you did was college and that's it, you feel a little bit small, or you feeling like that's not the right job for someone who's a political commentator and a professor. I don't know, but you think it's too small, like nobody could have an outside hobby from what they wanted to do. You think selling hats is original? It is, but I don't know, in your case you better be careful because somebody can make those exact same hats and sell it better than you. So, and they can have 4 degrees and then some, but they want to sell hats. So, okay, Robin. So then we're flashing back to a 2 and 2 where Wendy is talking about the party. Mia's talking to her husband about the party and talking about, you know, Mia said Wendy telling her that she was being shady about Giselle about being a boss, but also beforehand he was defending her being a judge of character. Wendy was like, I just like the fact that she came at me and put her finger in my face. I didn't like that. And now Wendy wants her to like, are you Karen's side? Are you Karen's friend or not? If not, pick a side. Because you're defending Karen, but you also shading Giselle, but you was defending Giselle not too long ago. So which is it? And then Robin's trying to understand in the midst of Karen attacking Giselle. Robin wanted to check Karen, but Wendy didn't want her to do that, and she didn't like that. Wendy said it was my house, and I didn't want nobody else feeling ganged up on. So I don't know why you're getting upset, and I don't know why either, Robin. And the fact of the matter is, Karen did not attack Giselle. Giselle came out the gate and said, I don't like Karen. Karen said the feeling is mutual. She's talking about her tax problems and talking about how her husband's ding-dong don't work and how she's broke. Karen received it. Your man don't want you. You are a broken whore from Hampton University. You have a hot box. So Giselle popped it off, Robin. I don't know where the hell, like, do your ears turn off when Giselle reads and when somebody else gives Giselle the same energy that she comes out with? You want to say, first of all, let's not attack her. Nobody was attacking Giselle. She did that all on her own, and she does not need you being a pit bull, backing her up and defending her. No, good night and goodbye. I'm not gonna do it, Robin. I'm not. So then, and it's like, why couldn't you let Giselle and Karen talk? It was them talking. Nobody else was chiming in. You had to chime in because you don't like how Karen gave Giselle that same energy back and you wanted to defend her. No. Stay your ass in your lane. Sit down. Eat your food before you get red. A game. So then we're segueing into Candace. Candace loves being a bonus mom. She feel like she could be a good mom one day. But I feel like this is just an easy route for you because them kids are approaching teenager. You ain't gotta do too much to them. So you really don't have the full experience of being a mom unless you've had one from birth to now. So Candace, I'm not saying you're not gonna be a good mom, but I feel like the way that you have it easy, just get up and go. You don't want to be a mom right now. And that's okay. So she calls her mom. Her mom sees Chris with a drink in his hand. It's a little early. He said, I'm grown. Goodbye. So then she talking about this tea with Karen about how she wants Karen to admit that what she did by defending Monique was bullshit. And then she tells her mom that Chris is her manager. Her mom said, good luck and be careful. Karen's like, why? I mean, your husband's not going to be the husband's not going to be the manager of your entire career. He can see, excuse me. He's going to make his effort of making sure that you are the only income that's coming in. Chris is a chef, but he doesn't do online classes at the moment, and he doesn't have a restaurant. Put all of his energy on supporting you and your career. Be careful and watch your money. That's it. So then, we get to Wendy. She goes to Karen's house for advice for how to run a business. And Karen runs down the basics. Do you have a partner? Eddie, do you have a business plan? You would think woman of 4 degrees, you know how to run a business plan, how to write one. You don't. If you have a budget, double it. And then as far as design the product, love the product. Now, what is your ideal market? Of course, you know, who knows your Nigerian language? And why should they pick up your product and not anyone else's? Wendy is in fear of it. And Karen is like, I'm going to give you the heart. I'm not going to hold your hand in this process. You're going to get the real deal. This is what's the business you want to be in. Let's go. So then we get back to Maya. No, Maya. What I write? Mia. She's in her home and she's talking about how she has joint custody with her first husband, Tim, over their oldest son, Joshua. And he has a great relationship with her current husband. And she's very happy that her son has 2 male role models in her life. And she couldn't ask for anything more. Then we get to Mia's story. Mia was sent to foster care because her mom and dad had drug issues. And it took her about 6 years to get in contact with her. There have been times where she would write and hope and got a response. But if her mom was to write back, she wouldn't send it. Even on Christmas Eve, she was laying on the floor wishing her mom would come and she never came. But she wants to have this conversation with her mom, but when she does, she cries. And she's trying to have a relationship with her, but she wants to get through the hard question as to why did you give me up? And if she doesn't get the answer, all she's going to think about is, you're the woman that gave me up and I was into foster care and that was it. And she doesn't want that. So we're at the meetup, Candace and Karen. Candace did not give her a tour of the house. She pretty much guided her through the kitchen to the dining room. So now Karen's saying she missed the milestones in Candace's life. Her home, all of her acting achievements that she's done, her songs, her business, her master's degree and everything. She misses it and she wants to get back into her life, but it has to be on even footing. So, mommyhood is good. It's challenging. So now Candace wants to know the answer. Why did you not defend me? Karen said, I don't regret being neutral. I don't regret it. Now, in the midst of trying to get Candace to understand why she felt being neutral, Karen wanted to air out that in the midst of trying to be neutral, I was iced out. Meaning everybody wanted to come and interrogate me as to why I'm defending Monique. when I should be defending you. But she said Monique was wrong in what she did. But Candace, you are not innocent either in that situation. You participated in the argument. So then, of course, she was like, even if I was to try to tell you why I did what I did, or why I was stood myself in the middle, I would contact you. But I felt like you wouldn't receive it because, say, you had outside factors, outside ears. Meaning, you had yes men, or you had people defending you against Monique, and was mad that Karen was not standing toes down for them, not changing her mind. We all know why Giselle and Robin was so busy coddling Candace to be a victim, was because they didn't like Monique. It wasn't just to be on Candace's side. No, they got on her side because they didn't like Monique. That's why. So with outside factors, it was them treating Candace like a victim when she wasn't. Like it was in the season. Yes, Monique was egging on Candace, but Candace paid her dust in the beginning, but then Candace participated in that fight. So at that point, you were not a victim. You were pretty much a very well participant in that fight. But she wanted Karen to completely defend her and not be on Monique's side. So even though I commend Candace for being very calm and listening and taking it in, at the end of the day, Candace doesn't trust Karen. I'm not at fault for her for that, but I do want Candace to realize that you set a pretty big expectation for somebody, and when they gave you the answer, you acted like a big baby and didn't like it and went about your merry way. So, baby steps at this point. So Candace was like, I see you when I see you. I don't trust you. Karen was like, okay. So we're talking. We're now at the final end of this. We're final with the final end of the episode. Ashley's pamper party. So everybody comes. Giselle did it. Giselle, invite everybody. She immediately tells Giselle what happened. Giselle's like, fuck her. Okay, Giselle. You're not going to get that apology if you keep on acting like this. And besides, I don't think you even deserve an apology. You deserve Karen an apology, but you're not going to give one, because I feel like what we need to apologize for again, I don't know. So then we're talking about the pregnancy. The second one is always the easiest one. I'm a voucher for that. My mom told me that the first pregnancy, the kid's always late. My son was 4 days late. And with my second pregnancy, my daughter was 5 days early. 2 pushes, she was out. And I did receive a tear. When we're talking about tears, Candace completely clenches. Like, I do not want to feel that in my uterus. I'm like, you feel it for 2 seconds and then it heals and you good. But I understand. So, Askell gives Ashley. Karen gives Ashley. Karen pays Giselle dust by walking in. I ain't got time to deal with this whole, unless she takes accountability for lies. I ain't got time for her. So Mia comes in. She says hello to everybody, including Wendy. Gives Ashley a present. Wendy said in her confessional, I want to get to know Mia, but I don't want her to be a flip-flopper. And don't put her fingers in my face. I'm like, okay, Wendy. So as everybody's getting massages, the first people that gets the massages, Askell and... I'm blanking. Actually, first time getting their massages. So Karen talks about her party, and I hope everybody had a good time. And then she saw some friction between her and Wendy, and everybody was okay. Mia was like, well, she's here. Let's talk about it. And we're like, okay. So we're talking about the party and how, the fingers in the face. And I said, what's in your face? What are you going to do about it? And then Candace said, that could be sent off as threatening. I'm like, oh, it is, Candace? You know it's threatening? Okay, maybe you should pipe down and not talk, because this is Mia and Wendy. Don't pipe in. You should know. So Wendy said, just don't try me again. Mia was like, okay, well, you can't tell me how to act. And of course, I talk with my hands, just as you do too. And if you don't like it, you can sit over there. It's like, okay, Mia. I wasn't mad that Mia was at the same level with Wendy with the hand in the face and the whole combativeness. I wasn't mad at all. Because I feel like Wendy tried to sun her or say, listen to me and all type of stuff. So Wendy has time. She's not Zen Wen. She has time. Because she didn't want to disrespect Karen in her home. But now she has time. I feel like you're two-faced. I feel like you always put your foot in your mouth every 10 seconds. And now you need to go ahead and sit down and pipe down. Mia was like, oh my God, what's so wrong with you? Why can't you just accept it? I don't know what's the problem. So then it's like, I can't deal with small-minded people. And then she's like, well, TikTok, Mia. TikTok. I'm like, oh my God, Wendy, what is the matter? Because Giselle, we completely forgot about how Giselle wanted an explanation with the whole pretty face comment. But Mia couldn't even get it out because Wendy and her were going back and forth because Wendy wanted to check her. And they say she's dismissed. She doesn't even go here. I'm like, what, Wendy? What is happening here? Why are you being so mean? I don't like that. So Mia got up. I figured she left, but she got up to get a massage. Karen follows. And we're dealing with the aftermath. Giselle and Robin were completely like, girl, I'm not mad that you got to go hard in the paint, but you got to let the other person talk. Well, she was being so rude. She said she don't like small-minded people. Well, you were combating back and forth with her before it came to that line, so I don't know why you're upset. So, in the midst of getting chastised by Robin and Giselle, Wendy looked at it as if like, okay, so I'm getting chastised for showing you loyalty because she called you out saying that you were a good judge of character, but now you're pretty faced. I was defending her for you, but you're not seeing that. So, in the book of Robin and Giselle, one-sided loyalty, got it. Leaving, Candace wants Wendy to not let Mia push her buttons. She said, she can never push my buttons. I am Zen Wen. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, Wendy. Okay. Don't let her push your buttons. Then we get towards the end, I believe. And Askell says a prayer for Ashley. And that's where it left off at. So the way that every episode is ending with Mia and Wendy, I'm just like, child, what's going to happen the remainder of this season? Oh, my Lord. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. That's all I got. See you later. Bye.